There's been a lot of discussion about how if a parent has a dependent in college and the dependent receives scholarships that exceed the tuition, the parent can make the scholarships taxable in order to qualify for AOTC. I have a client whose daughter received $7,500 in scholarships and tuition was $3,000 according to the school's 1098. Books and supplies were $500. Can the parent claim the $3,000 scholarships as income to qualify for AOTC? I've read that only the dependent can claim the scholarship as income, and then they get the AOTC if they file single. I've read both parent and dependent can split the scholarship to claim as income. It's their only kid, so they will lose head of household if daughter claims single. So first of all, they can still claim the daughter, and the daughter would report herself as a dependent and still claim taxable scholarship income. It's been a minute since I've done an American Opportunity Credit claim. I have to see if a dependent can claim that credit or if it has to be the person claiming the dependent. So give me just a second. If anyone knows that off the top of your head,
I was actually just looking into that. So if the kid benefits, which I'm going through that right now, if the kid benefits, then the parent cannot claim the dependency. So the kid can claim the non-refundable portion of the American Opportunity Credit if they are still a qualified dependent. What I'm going through, and I'm glad you guys brought this up, is now the kid's saying, even though I live with my mom, I pay everything, and all he has is $21,000 of income. So he says, he's taxable, and I pay my tuition, my car, my everything. The only thing I don't pay is rent to my mom. So I have to go through the support worksheet to see if he actually is paying over 50% of his own support so that he can get the $1,000 refundable portion. Because otherwise, all he gets is and he's taxable, so he would get more than the $500 is worth to the mom. It's going to get like $800. But yeah, if they qualified as a dependent, for the child to claim the American Opportunity Credit, it's only the non-refundable portion. It's only if they are taxable that is worth it. And if it's over $500, otherwise.
Right. So, Daya, you'll need to determine if the daughter is eligible to not be claimed as a dependent. Because remember, you don't choose whether to claim your kid as a dependent or not. They're either your dependent or they're not. So if the daughter pays more than 50% of her own cost of living, then she probably meets the criteria to claim herself and not have the parents claim her. And then you would be able to report the taxable income and go that route. If, however, she doesn't pay for more than half of her support, then she's not eligible to claim herself. The parents still claim her, and then they would claim the American Opportunity Credit.
The parents have a choice not to claim her, so she can claim the American Opportunity non-refundable portion only.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just looking through some, let's see, hold on one second.
That's what's, so this is the one that put the question in. That's what the part that I haven't found the answer on is that, yes, the dependent can claim like income and taxable scholarship, and they don't get the refundable portion. But can the parent, this is the part that I haven't found a clear answer on, or there's been different schools of thought. Can the parent claim the scholarship so that they can get the refundable AOTC? Some say yes, some say no, because it's really the student's expense and not the parent's expense. And so that's been the discussion is, can the parent claim the scholarship or can only the dependent claim the scholarship if all the other criteria are met? But if it is a dependent, it's not refundable. So that's the part that's,
and I'm just looking right now to see if they can, let's see. I'm just looking through to see if I can.
They want to claim the income so that they can claim the daughter, the income, the expenses, everything on their parents' tax return. Does the child have income?
The child has like a small W-2. She worked over the summer, so like $1,000. But the child is a dependent, so she doesn't support herself. So they just want to be able to claim enough of the scholarship or the entire scholarship, whatever the answer is, to get the AOTC. Because right now there would be no AOTC at all, based on what the 1098 says.
And I'm assuming they're not over the income limit to claim the AOTC either way?
That's right. Correct. Not over the income limit. And then daughter didn't have any tax come out of her W-2, so there's not
Which
really
is
a
fine,
benefit.
yeah.
Yes, it was just a summer job. So it's not really a benefit for the daughter to file on her own. And since she can't get the refundable portion of the AOTC and there's no tax withheld. So it's really about is it really true that the parent can claim the scholarship, or can only the dependent claim the scholarship? That's the
I'm trying to
part
see if I can find an answer on that, but I'm not really seeing anything.
Yeah, that's the part that's been kind of
You know
different.
what? I mean, the 1098Ts come under the student social. And so but if you're claiming your child for AOTC, that is going to be reported on the parent's tax return. So if the amount of the scholarship on the student's 1098T is more than the tuition, it's going to show up as income on the parents.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm just not sure.
So because you claim your children, the 1098T will always come under the social security of the student. And so, but most parents where the kid is not working claim the child, enter the 1098T, sign that 1098T to the child, to the dependent. If there's more scholarships than there is tuition or any other expense, it'll carry as taxable in the return. And then, but if they have enough, what doesn't make sense, if they have it, then they don't have enough expenses. If the tuition didn't cover all of the expenses, or can you just pick and choose this tuition doesn't apply to the room and board or books, so that you have enough expenses to claim AOC? Because the tuition will go against all expenses first, and to fully claim AOC, you still have to have $4,000 left.
Yeah, so the scholarships exceed the tuition. So what it says on the 1098, when it's read, it says that it's in the order of how it's applied, that the scholarship is applied to tuition first, and then anything left over can be applied to whatever qualified education expenses. So she will still have to claim some of the scholarship regardless, because yes, the scholarship exceeds the tuition, but can she claim?
Is there enough to claim the AOC after the scholarship is used to cover other expenses?
Not if she can't claim all of it. She would have to claim all of the scholarship because it exceeds the tuition.
But that's what I'm saying.
The excess, then there's no AOTC left.
But so the tuition and the tuition plus books, room and board, and all the other fees required by the school, after applying the tuition against all of it, is there still money out of pocket that they had to pay?
The room and board is not considered a qualified expense. It's not eligible for AOTC. Right, for AOTC, room and board is not eligible. So that's why they did get more of a scholarship.
I think room and board is a qualified expenses for the American Opportunity Credit.
No, it's not, but it is for 529 plan distributions.
Yeah.
Correct.
So,
yeah, it's not.
This is Anna. So, what I've read from the IRS, the student claims the scholarship as income, and the parents claim the expenses, the tuition and the qualified expenses to qualify for the AOTC. Since the student is paying taxes on the scholarship, that does not count to reduce the expenses. So that's how it's divided. Parents claim the expenses, tuition and qualified expenses to qualify for the AOTC, and the student claims the total income of the scholarships.
That sounds like a good plan.
So the student claims the scholarships. So then with the 1098
as income, yes.
As income. So the student will claim the scholarship as income on Schedule 1. So the 1098 scholarship will go on the Schedule 1 of the dependent, and then the 1098 tuition portion will go on the
parents.
The parents 8829 or whatever the number is, but it will go on the so that's how you would do it.
You can find that on page 52 of Pub 970.
Okay,
Well, that's a good deal.
thank you.
Thanks everyone who chimed in.
Thank you so much, because I just have not found a clear answer on that. So parent claims tuition, student claims scholarship, so it's a split. Okay.
Thanks for watching. If you found this session helpful, we invite you to join our Pronto Tax School memberships. You'll get access to weekly live mentor support sessions like this one, plus tons of advanced tax course trainings, private groups, special discounts to in-person events, a tax business growth coach, and so much more. Check the links in the description to learn more about our Dream Team and Forever Edition memberships, and join us today.